This is music, and this is a crisis. Not really. Not too long ago, I bought this very cheap. All Boro Kings by Dog Eat Dog. Funk rock meets punk rock, or something to that effect. Now it's quite interesting because there's this sticker on the back that says, "Put this blue sticker on the case, and if anything ever goes wrong with your tape, the wall will replace it." This is very interesting because when I rewound it, because that's one of the first things I do with these old cassette tapes when I buy them, uh, the tape snapped. As you can see right here, there's even some tape just hanging out down there because now it's not attached to anything. So I decided, okay, it's a challenge. I'll accept it. I will disassemble the shell, which I did, and then I'll see if I can repair it, splice the tape back together like I did with the Seventh Son of a Seventh Son tape. When I disassembled it, I learned that the tape hadn't snapped. It had been pulled clean off this hub, right? Or spool, whatever you want to call it. It had been pulled clean of this. And I also learned that there was no leader tape on there. Now, typically, as we'll see on this Barbara Streisand tape, courtesy of Garage Geek, thanks for sending me this tape. Uh, Normally or often, cassette tapes have this tape that's attached to the hub and then uh, glued to the magnetic tape. So this doesn't have any data on it. This one here is red or transparent red. I've seen transparent uh, blue leader tape. I've seen transparently yellow leader tape. I have seen lots of different colors, yellow as well, and cloudy white as well, and just straight up transparent. Um, but this one didn't have that. The magnetic tape was attached directly to the hub. And first I thought, okay, so maybe someone has been tampering with this tape earlier on in its life, but it didn't seem like it had ever been disassembled when I disassembled it. So I looked into it and I found that there are actually lots of models of cassette tapes out there where they don't use um, leader tape. So I'm going to try to fix this, but I obviously now I have a choice. Do I want to attach the magnetic tape straight on to this again somehow? Or do I want to find a donor tape that has um, leader tape like this? I mean, this is not going to be the donor tape, but I can find a tape, uh, a cheap tape, an old tape, or something like that, that has leader tape, and then use the two hubs because I would do it with the other hub. Use the two hubs or spools from that tape, and then splice the magnetic tape from this cassette onto the leader tape from those hubs from that cassette tape, and uh, basically put together this tape here, but adding hubs that have leader tape. So that's the option I have right now, and I'm very inclined to actually doing the donor tape solution with the leader tape. But if I do that, I have to do it, or I don't have to, but I will choose to do it with both hubs, just just to make things uniform in the tape. So that's the choice I have. If I go with the donor tape solution, I will next time I'm in a record store or something, I will just see if they have some cheap cassette tapes I can use as donor tapes and then fix this one. So this is going to be a bit of a project. And I've found that I actually kind of like that as part of this kind of collecting hobby. I kind of like trying to fix cassette tapes. So that is going to be interesting. But I will leave you for now, and I'll come back when I have made a decision, and maybe even when I have prepared the tape, and I will report in and let you know whether it worked or not. So, yeah, I'll leave you with this. I don't know why I'm gonna leave you with this. I'm leaving myself with this, and uh, it's probably going to be some weeks, some months even, who knows? But in your reality, it will be just like this. It's a couple of days later now. I have decided to replace the hobs or spools in the doggy dog tape with hobs that have leader tape on it. And then I'll splice the magnetic tape from the doggy dog tape onto the leader tape on the hobs and hopefully fix the tape that way. That means that I need some donor tapes, and I had an opportunity to actually go to Mint Records sooner than expected. And that was pretty cool because I remembered that they actually, a couple of months ago, they had a massive box full of really cheap cassette tapes. So I figured if they still have that box, I might be able to find a cheap donor tape. They didn't have the box anymore, but they had the kind of sad leftovers from that box. And I did manage to find a donor tape. I also managed to find this one, King's X Gretchen Goes to Nebraska. So this is not going to be a donor tape. This is part of my collection now, and I bought that to listen to it. But I did pick up two really cheap cassette tapes that I will use as donor tapes. That means they will be cannibalized and used for spare parts. And this will offend some people because this one here, really cheap, 10 Danish kroner. It's a tape by The Clash. There's no J card though. It's the second tape from kind of a box set, um, best of. So yeah, it's not a rarity or anything, and it's incomplete. So I will pick this one apart and I will use it for spare parts. I know it is probably blasphemy, but there you go. And I also found this one. This might also offend some people. Some like it hot, 10 Danish kroner. Um, I will also use this for spare parts, and I actually think I will use the uh, hubs and the leader tape in this one because it's transparent red. It's a little bit easier to work with than what you see here, where it's just transparent, because you can actually see it. Also, this shell here is screwed together, so it's going to be a little bit easier to disassemble it. Um, so yeah, two tapes that I will cannibalize and use for spare parts. Whenever I have the time for it, I will try to fix the doggy dog tape with the hops from this one. Uh, I'll get back to you later. And cheers in green tea from Tanzania. Didn't know that was a thing, but it is. Anyways, yesterday morning, I did the repair work on this doggy dog tape, all Boro Kings. As you can see, now it has the red leader tape that adds this hop that I took from the Some Like It Hot tape. But as you can also see, this hub is black, this hub is white. This is the original other hub from the tape here. Because what happened was after I had replaced this hub with the hub from the Some Like It Hot tape with this red leader tape and all that good stuff, I just scotch taped the shell together and rewound side B and learned that this hub right here actually has leader tape on it. The original hub and that's just blue leader tape. So that confirms to me that I'm not the first person to take this apart and mess about with it. At some point in this cassette tape's lifetime, someone else picked it apart and messed about with it and attached the magnetic tape straight onto the hub to probably, I just speculating here, probably to repair a situation with maybe some tape that snapped somehow. Fast forward to 2024, ironically, me rewinding this tape and that repair job fails. The magnetic tape is pulled off the hub, or the hub that used to be here. So, yeah, someone else has been in here and messed about with it. They just did a really good job gluing it back together. So, but now you have two hubs. You have a standard situation with leader tape spliced together with the magnetic tape on both hubs. So let's see how long that lasts. Um, so yeah, it it's fixed. It's glued together. I've played it. That was interesting too, by the way, because it did drag a little bit in the beginning, and it stopped doing that, so that's okay. But the left speaker, the left channel, was kind of muffled. So I listened to the entire tape just to see if things changed. They didn't. It was muffled all the way through. So I thought, okay, it's an old cassette tape. It's two people at least have been messing about with it. It's probably damaged. But I have a double cassette deck, so it has two cassette players in it. So just to make sure, I threw it in the other cassette player and played some of it, and both the left and the right speakers sounded perfect. And then I took another cassette tape and popped that into the first player, and the left speaker still sounded muffled. So I had to clean that cassette player out, and now it sounds great. So this is just speculation. I'm thinking that there was some kind of dirt somewhere on the magnetic tape that messed up the cassette player tape head mechanism, all that stuff, and I just had to clean it. It could be uh, it could be grease from my fingers, but I did wash them before. It could be grease from the other person's fingers, whoever fixed it. It could be residue from the glue that the person in question used to glue the magnetic tape onto the hub. It could be a lot of things, but in any case, some kind of dirt or something got onto the tape head in my player, and I just had to clean it out, and now it works. So I would say it's fixed. Let's see how long it lasts. So it's not completely fixed, actually, because the case is pretty beat up. It would, of course, be. It has this sticker on it. It would be fun if I could somehow save that sticker, but it's not necessary. I just like the irony of that sticker that says, if there's anything wrong with this tape, and then the tape was completely broken. But I'm gonna replace it with a brand new one. But let's just have a look at the J card just for the fun of it. Uh, Looks like this. Very interesting. These guys have a very new metal look to them. Uh, Looks like this on the inside. So yeah, we'll put it in the new uh, case here. Put the shell in, and there you go. As not as good as new, but almost. Musically, I think this is actually pretty cool. It is kind of like a precursor to nu metal in many ways. You have some of the similar styles of kind of groovy riffs that they would later on would use in nu metal. They're a bit more interesting on this one, though. The vocals are kind of rapped on most of the songs as well. Um, but you have some punk, you have some elements of hardcore, you have some punk elements, you have some groovy riffs. You have, and I think this is really cool, you kind of have some ska going on. Not so much in the use of ska beats and ska rhythms and stuff, but they have a horns section with the saxophones and all sorts of cool stuff. And that horns section is very similar to what you hear in ska music. So there's an element of ska punk here too. So I think musically it's actually very cool. I quite like it. Kind of a precursor to nu metal. Um, just in my opinion, more interesting than nu metal. So I quite enjoyed it. It's a little bit funky too. It's groovy. It's bouncy. There's a little bit of silliness too, but that's okay. Quite enjoyable. I like it. If you are a nu metal fan and you want to hear some of the precursors to nu metal, check out Dog Eat Dog, All Boro Kings, um, Rage Against the Machine as well, Clawfinger. To in my opinion, there was a lot of really cool rap metal out there before nu metal. There you go. Uh, it's repaired. Now, for those of you who are wondering why am I not showing the actual process of repairing the cassette tape, keep in mind this is only the second time I've had to uh, disassemble a cassette tape and go inside it and mess about with it. And I think it would be irresponsible for me to show you how to do that since I've only done it twice. That would be irresponsible. It might not even be the best way to fix cassette tapes, and me showing that on video and maybe someone copying it at some point and messing up a very valuable cassette tape. I don't want to be responsible for that. So that's why I haven't showed the actual process. Um, so there you go. Thanks for watching.